Hi guys, KK here. I hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to pop in with a quick video. So, with the new year having just begun, I've noticed a lot of videos on YouTube about scrapbook supply organization and also just using your supplies that you have. So for me personally, organization isn't really an issue. I have a very limited space, so I've pretty much worked out a system where I've got everything in its place and I have enough room for just what, I have. However, using my stash is always something that I'm trying to improve upon, and I try to do it more quickly so that way I can move stuff out of my stash and into my albums and, of course, buy more. So, one thing that I've always had an issue with is scraps, though. I've never quite known what to do with them, and I used to throw them away, but I always felt bad for just throwing them into the garbage bin as soon as I was done with the layout or a mini album or whatever. And storing them really isn't an option for me because, again, I'm working with a very limited space, so they would need their own container or their own space, and I just really don't have room to add anything to what I'm already storing. So I've read a lot of blogs and seen a lot of videos, and so these ideas that I'm about to share are not my own. I've read them or I've seen them somewhere else, and I've just put them into practice, and they seem to be two things that work really well for me. So I just thought that I would share them with you all in case you've not seen them or heard about them. So essentially, I always end up with two types of scraps. The first type is this. They're larger scraps like this from maybe I used, part of this for something else and like half of this paper for, whatever. So they're just the cut-offs. And, these are really great for photo mats and things like that. This paper is extremely old, but I refuse to get rid of it because it was one of my favorites. And of course I use a lot of craft cardstock, so I have a lot of craft cut-offs. You could use these again for photo mats. Maybe you want to make a grid style layout or something. This piece I actually inked around and everything. I was going to use it, but it didn't work out for me. The same with this. So this and that by Echo Park. Just different pieces of paper. I've cut this piece plenty times, but I'm still hanging on to this with, the intent of doing something with it. So that's what I have. So what I think works best for me in regards to those types of scraps that are rather large is to take a sheet of pattern paper or cardstock from my stash and make a background and just adhere these scraps to it, kind of a bit haphazard and kind of randomly. This one, as you can see, I just kind of cut around this so I could leave it there and put my photo behind it. And then this one, they really don't have any set shape of how things have to go or they have to be put on there, so it makes it really nice. I have a piece of patterned paper here that's a 4x6, so easily you could tuck this behind here and it would still be, your photo would be matted, and you have plenty of room for a title and embellishment. So, and the good thing is you could go, horizontally, vertically, just depending on what photo you have. And I think these are quite easy to use because sometimes you just have that one random picture that you want to use. So here's another one. I think I started with like, I don't know, 7 or 8 of these, and I've used, a good portion of them, and I only have these few left. So that's one idea. The second one is actually the one that I found to be most beneficial for me, because the second kind of scraps that I often end up with are, these kinds that are just, quite small pieces, and, really what are you going to do with these? And these are the ones that I find to be quite problematic because I really wouldn't feel bad throwing this away, but at the same time I could do something with it. So sometimes there's, maybe a photo mat that I didn't measure correctly, and, another photo mat gone wrong. Just different scraps, And so what I've found to do with these is that if you've seen any of my videos, you know that there's reoccurring themes with the punches. such as like this EK Success label one, this EK Success butterfly one, my Martha Stewart butterflies. I have them in like 5 different sizes. This one's just a random Stampin' Up! Scallop tag, or you know, whatever. So I use these all the time. So what I started to do is to take these pattern papers and actually just, you know, punch out some random shapes like this that I can use on different things that, you know, different projects that I'm working on or whatever. So I find that that works really, you know, well for me. This punch, this particular tab punch, as well as this one, these aren't even punches that I own, but I went to a crop and someone had them and I knew that I would like them and I would use them, so I just grabbed some cardstock and punched them out, and I keep them in here. They're all in this bag, and I think, you know, I'm sure you all would be much more organized with this, but that's what works for me. So anyway, I just thought I would share. I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed the video, and please let me know in the comments below if you have something that you use to keep up with your scraps and to move them out and to, you know, use them. So have a great night, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.